Welcome to Identity Matters. This is episode 10, The Love That Is You.
Welcome to Identity Matters with Dr. Kathleen Perry. Join in to explore one of life's big questions. Who am I really? The Identity Matters podcast will show you that you are and always have been innately whole and worthy just as you are. So slow down, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello there, and welcome back to Identity Matters. I'm your host, Dr. Kathleen Perry. I recently listened to something that I recorded a few years ago. And as I heard it again, I just felt settled. And I felt the truth in it, in those words that I spoke. So I'm offering it to you now, just as it was spoken back then. This is The Love That Is You. Enjoy. Well, hello. Today I want to share with you some things that I've seen over the years about love. And most recently, meaning today, I really see even more. And yet I know there's so much that I don't see. And it kind of all began, this curiosity, this interest in seeing what else there was to see about love, followed news that I received yesterday evening that my cousin, who's a year and a half younger than me, had died a couple months ago, actually. And we'd lost touch with her and her brothers, but one of them was able to get through to my mom. And so we got the news. And my mother and I shared our feelings of loss and grief and regret. But that's a topic for another podcast. Because what I started to see was that love is the essence of who we all are. And with the death of my cousin, with the no longer her body, her in form present with us, it became pretty evident that there's something that is eternal, that never dies, that is here, was always here, and will always be here. So here we go. What do I see about love? You know, we kind of have an abstract idea of what it is, or we think that love is an emotion, a feeling, and that it's fleeting. It can come and it goes, and it changes, and it's dependent upon people and circumstances and how we're feeling otherwise. And we all know absolutely with certainty that that isn't love. Love is who we are. It is the essential nature. And when we take ourselves to be separate from one another, separate from life, when we see ourselves and we're identified with the form, the mind, the story of our lives, the story of us, it's very easy to forget that we are love. And therefore, you know, in the desire, the deep desire to feel love, we go searching for it outside of ourselves. And sometimes we find something that really, really feels like it. I certainly remember having experiences with my now deceased husband where I felt this merging almost, this unity, this really and truthfully two become one. It was momentary, but I felt it and I knew it. And that to me was the quest, the longing that we as beings have to find. We want to find that. And of course, we've all had the moments of that sense of immersion and unity and oneness with another. And then something happens. We become again identified with that which we think we are. A separate me, a separate individual that is separate from the other, that isn't one with the other, that isn't made of the same God stuff, that isn't the all pure, unconditional love, pure consciousness, pure awareness that really and truthfully is our nature. We forget that. And then the search begins again, the longing to feel that. I talk about coming home to that absolute actuality, that truth of who we are, that is beyond individual relationships, that can't be found in circumstances and objects and even experiences. It is what we are. It is who we are. And any sense that we have that exists outside of us, the search is only going to lead to disappointment, because what we're seeking is actually what we already are. It can't be found outside of us. So, my cousin is that, was that, is that. And there is, I guess, an easier maybe ability to sort of feel that unity, that oneness, that sense of, oh, there is no separation with someone that you're related to. But all we have to do is just be present. All we have to do is just, for even a fleeting moment, see if we can just bask in this understanding that I know you know, that we aren't separate as individuals or even from life itself. For me, I get that sense being out in nature, looking at a baby, petting my dog. It's right there. And it isn't apart from me. It's always accessible, even when our loved one, the other, the apparent other, even after the death of their body. That love that we are isn't dependent upon my cousin being on the other end of the phone or sitting in a chair next to me. And this is simply a matter of us remembering, reclaiming, embracing that which is our true nature. And so we will. We'll slip away from those moments where we really, really, really have connected to that home. We recognize it. We feel it. Even though it looks like it came from a them and a me. That isn't what's really happening. We're really actually feeling into being that love that we are. So, of course, the me is going to go out and look for it, because we forget. And so anytime I've noticed when someone I love isn't present, love is still there. The body isn't there. The love is still there. It has nothing to do with what's going on outside of me. It isn't even something I have to look for on the inside, because it is. It is the truth. It is actually who and what we all are. So we can stop looking. We can stop seeking. If you have that felt sense of wanting to feel love, it really is as simple as getting quiet, seeing if you can just let go momentarily of thoughts that are possibly running in your head, and just settle in to this knowing, this familiar sense of unconditional peace and love. You see it in a baby. You see that in their eyes, that just pure bliss, pure being, before they have a sense of themselves as a separate me. It's there, it's alive, it's available. It's who you are. And so you may feel, especially in moments of grief, that it isn't there. And I get that. I really, really, really get that. For me, I found the sense of me, the identity me, the thought created me, saying things like, could have done better, should have called her more often, shouldn't have said those things that I said in the last conversation. And while in this moment I can think that and have that regret, that isn't love. That isn't what is aligned with the cousin and the me that is this one loving being, alive, pure awareness of simply just being. So this love is boundless. It's unshakable. And it is here always, even when the apparent other is absent or apparently absent. Thank you for listening to Identity Matters. I hope you found this episode insightful. If you're ready to delve further into this journey of self-discovery and uncover your innate wholeness, I invite you to consider one-on-one coaching with me. Together, we can explore the unique challenges and opportunities in your life or your business or both. And through that exploration, help you align with your true self. To learn more about my coaching services, visit drkathleenperry.com/services.